The first thing that I noticed about Sneha Sharma when I met her in the 9th grade is that she is involved in practically everything. On top of her challenging course load, Sneha handles her roles as Tatler editor and SMCF communications co-chair with grace, while also managing to participate in mock trial and Model UN and start her own nonprofit. In addition to her dedication, Sneha's vibrant personality brings so much to the class of 2018. From her middle school obsession with Louis from One Direction, to her love of memes, to her odd tendency to start TV shows halfway through, Sneha's quirks and great sense of humor never fail to bring a smile to anyone's face. No matter what she does, Sneha's ever-present passion and determination inspire everyone who knows her. The world truly does not deserve this hardworking, loyal, beautiful, and hilarious girl. So please give it up for our very own Sneha Sharma.
Wait, can you hear me? I, Sneha, no middle name Sharma, often autocorrected to sneeze Shwarma, can be a woefully embarrassing person. I am the kind of person who at 3 a.m. will remember one of my numerous awkward encounters and cringe. My sister Ria sums it up best when she explains to me why I'm not allowed to attend her sports practices. She says, and I quote, "You show your face, and then all of a sudden it's just way too embarrassing, so don't." Furthermore, I wore Justice Couture 3 grades after glitter and peace signs were acceptable. I got 60s in Mandarin class for singing, and it doesn't stop there. In 7th and 8th grade, I used to carry around my iPad because I was reading great works of literature. When my teachers would ask, I would name the most sophisticated novel I could think of at the moment. But, pals, what I actually was reading were stories written by tweens about the tumultuous love stories in which Harry Styles or Zayn Malik fell in love with fans. Ah, yes, you are correct. I have just admitted to reading fan fiction. World, here I am. Come at me. And honestly, despite the reasons I enumerated above, I haven't told you what I'm really embarrassed about. I am ashamed of my unsupported doubt that I placed in my community and the judgments I passed as a result of my proposed societal shortcoming. The best way to explain what I mean is through a sophomore year discussion over Nathaniel Hawthorne's Scarlet Letter. Miss Belskis read the following quote: "It is to the credit of human nature that except where it is selfishness has brought into play, it loves more readily than it hates." I, in my teenage angst, trying to get over One Direction's cruel hiatus, decided that I disagreed with this opinion. I chose to view the world as a place where people judge first and then love second. As I got older, I began to mumble, shielding my words instead of speaking clearly. People would often tell me, and sometimes still do, "Hey, Sneha, so I totally didn't just hear a word you said." And that is how I moved through life. I moved with my head hung low, my ideas hidden, terrified of the reactions and judgments that I assumed would come to pass. It wasn't until recently that I had my high school renaissance of sorts. I have dubbed this movement the pajama theory. So well thought out that Charles Darwin is quaking. Imagine this: Sneha Sharma at yet another 70-hour school trip, tired and crankily dragging an overpacked duffel bag alongside her aching, sleep-deprived body. After feeling slightly intimidated throughout the entire trip, I was ready to throw myself face first on the bed when there was a knock. After the momentary debate with myself whether I do really have to go up and open the door, I opened it, and I saw there was my classmate, clad in plaid pants and an oversized t-shirt, desperately begging for shampoo. I came head-to-head with my conceptions in this weird moment. The entire trip, and maybe most of my high school career, I had been wary of others. But I saw that she, along with everybody else, is just trying to get through their day and get home and put their pajamas on. For some reason, it was the pajama that helped me realize this. When we put our pajamas on, it removes the superfluous facets of our lives and leaves the wearer at their most vulnerable. exposing their raw, uncut truth. That unifies us. We all have bad days, and we all have good days. I have both walked in fear of and with the unfortunate audacity to judge those people, just like me, with their own share of embarrassing moments and second thoughts. But through this pajama theory, which reveals that each one of our lives has waves of good and bad routinely crashing into them, we all struggle to maintain an appearance of serenity that we project onto others. Despite all of this, despite any ideas we have of people, at the end of the day, we all go home and put our pajamas on. And I keep repeating this idea of mistakes and pajamas because we've known this for years. Everybody tells us people make mistakes. You've heard the numerous talks. This is one of them. But we still treat ourselves differently. We put ourselves on an unattainable pedestal or into an excruciating hole. This leads to harsh judgments on ourselves or onto others, and sometimes because of misplaced sentiments on our community. And I can't lie and tell you that knowing this means that I don't still feel that choking sense of nerves rising in my throat, and that lowers my voice and silences my opinion. But in the end of the day, I do know that most of us, presidents to plebeians, sometimes only find solitude in our worn down, oversized pajamas. And that's that. Thanks to this, and thanks to you all, I have learned that we are human, and while being human does not mean that we're the antithesis of perfection, it doesn't mean that we are the synonym either, nor do we have to be. To you all, and especially to my class of 2018, whether you're across the country next year, or maybe even 7,000 miles away in China, it is time for us to see the flaws we see in others and ourselves. And we need to treat them with love, not judgment. Love the girl in pajamas just as much as you love the girl who makes her Sunday best her every day. And you never know, maybe being embarrassing, being unapologetic, being whoever you want to be is what's best for you. Because at the end of the day, you can try this, because your pajamas will be there at night. Thank you.